Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. In continuation of our series of interviews with women to commemorate this year's International Women's Month, today on the show we have a woman with unstrained appetite for excellence. She's a certified accountant, also an astute publisher. She is the publisher of Ladies in Business magazine Global. Welcome to the show, Ambassador Adeshola Helen Onodikpe. To join the conversation with her, which will be starting in a short while, you can call us on 09024163440 or tweet to us. We'd love to hear from you. And I'm used to saying tweet, but it's now X. X.com. Hashtag YourViewTVC. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ambassador.
Good morning.
It's such a pleasure to have you. Your CV is loaded. You've done so many things. As in, like, you've lived many lives. I was thinking I'll be seeing someone with all grey hair, but you came here looking very young and funky.
I'm just 47.
Yeah. So, welcome.
Thank you so much. It's my great pleasure to be here. Thank you.
So, of course, we'd like to ask, how did you get into so many different things? Like, where did you start from, and how did you touch so many areas of industry? Like you did a fashion show in UAE, you have a magazine, you've interviewed many people. Like, how did you get into all these things?
Thank you so much. You see, it's a beautiful journey for me. And I must say that it's very crucial for one to pass through a certain journey in your life. And as you go through the journey, you're going to know which one is actually in for you or the one that is meant for you along the line. So I used to be a banker, of course, in Nigeria with 3 banks, Oceanic Bank then, FCMB and GTB. So, I mean, being in the banking industry really has broadened my, shaping my lifestyle and everything. So I left the banking industry to start my own business, which was the first one, event management.
Cool.
And because I'm from Ogun State, we are Ijebu people. We love parties. The business will thrive. Absolutely. So it was an easy platform for me. For me to just scale through to start doing that. I mean, we can organize events at the tips of our fingers. So I started with that, but while I was, on that line of business, I realized that there are a lot of women that are doing so many, wonderfully well for themselves, including me. And I was like, what's happening? Who is showcasing all these people? How can all these people be heard, seen, and recognized? And I said, do we have a platform whereby we can showcase all these people? And I was like, okay, let's create a magazine. Yes, I found out, there's some magazines for women, but I said, no. There should be a particular one that will be able to transcend them from stage A to stage B while they grew. Because, for all the big women out there, they all started from somewhere. They didn't just jump the gun. So there are stages that they've passed through. So I said, let's have Ladies in Business magazine where all these women will be seen, known and recognized for their effort, no matter what effort that they are trying to do, for as long as they are moving from a stage to another stage. And it's quite a bit difficult that, in the media industry, we just want to showcase the celebrities or the big women or the known names.
Glam.
You understand? But that's fine. But I said, no, we can't leave these ones behind. Let's help them to navigate through their journey. I mean, the magazine itself, I'm a victim of what I created because I want to be seen, heard, and recognized. Exactly. So I started with the magazine journey, and it was fantastic. And then I said, there's another thing. Let's applaud all these people for their efforts. Let's help them. Because in Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of women wants, he mentioned self-esteem. There is a way you give someone, a pat at the back to let them know that they are doing well, so that they can do more. Right. So I invented She Global Awards International in 2019. Yeah. So this award is categorically meant for women that are doing so well for themselves. And we have different categories. And really, when we had the first She Awards event, it was more or less like an emotional event. You start hearing people saying, for the past 20 years, for the past 15 years, this is the first time somebody's recognizing me. And I feel I'm not doing a lot. And I said to myself, oh God, I have a lot to do. So, I left Nigeria, I went to United Arab Emirates.
All right, thank you very much. See you later.
And
Bye.
I was in Dubai. Yeah. So I went to Dubai. And again, the same thing, is going on there. So I literally, transcend everything,
that you were doing
that
here.
I was doing in Nigeria there. And therefore, I realized that we should have something like a link, like a gap to bridge between Africa and Arab region. Knowing fully well that Nigerians are always going to Dubai to trade and do business and what have you. So I got there again. I said, you know what? Let's create African Arab Women Chamber of Commerce, and let's find a way to, bring these two Arab region together. We all know that, gone in the days we see, where trade is being done through camel, pass through desert and what have you. So it's still on, though, because of the little bit of Nigeria and UAE issue, which I believe both governments will see to it and make it happen once again. So African Arab Women Chamber of Commerce is actually a platform where women from both regions can actually come together for networking, for business collaboration. And at the end of the day, it will bring a lot of economy empowerment to both regions.
Don't finish
you have
everything your CV now.
You have done so many things.
So I'm interested in the Business Innovation Academy.
Yes.
What did you create the academy for, and what sort of impact has it made so far?
Thank you so much. That's a lovely part of my journey also, because after leaving the banking industry, it was a bit difficult for me to know the kind of business I should do. So Business Innovation Academy is a platform where, it's an academy where we literally train people on what to do, where, to whom are your target audience, because you can't just start doing something. And you need to do something born out of your own passion. Like I used to say, everything that I'm doing, I'm loving it and I'm enjoying it, because it's something that I love, at the tip of my finger that I can just get them done. So we ensured and tailored them to do what they love doing, because there'll be a crisis time when you're not making sale and when there's no business. Are you going to drop it to start doing something else? No, but you find some people that are not focused. I'll drop a shoe today, you start selling clothes tomorrow. I'll drop this day, So, but if you're focused and you're dedicated and you have passion towards whatever you're doing, you will continue. During the storm, during the rain, you will continue to
stick
shine.
it out.
So that is what the academy it's all about.
So another thing that I find interesting, given for someone, you have a accounting background, you're talking about business, and then now there's a Miss Nigeria UAE.
Yes.
Why a beauty pageant, and why do you think it's important?
It is important, my darling, because that is the project, that is the best platform for us to project Africa, or especially Nigeria, in a proper, projection, positive image. The way they see girls in the United Arab Emirates, especially blacks, of course, Nigerians they've all, just coming there for prostitution and what have you. We need to let them know that apart from being beautiful, we are intelligent, we are resilient, and we're all everything that you can call great. And that is why the Miss Nigeria UAE was created. Actually, I started in the celebration of the Nigeria Independence Day. Again, is another platform that I wanted to project Nigeria positively in order to aid and let the people there see, we are good people. I'm a good person and I'm from Nigeria.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
I know what most pageants look like.
Yeah.
So what are you doing it the same as most pageants? What are you doing differently? What does it look like?
Actually, we normally used to celebrate it during the National Independence Day. So it's part of the program. So we actually bring in all Nigerian fashion designers on board and bring them to exhibit their product, their fashion line. And also we invite all girls, all young ladies from 18 to 25 from Dubai, for them to participate. Of course, they must be Nigerian. So we showcase their talent. We let them know about what Nigerians are all about.
Are they wrong?
No bikinis.
That was where you people wanted to go to.
Want to find out what UAE would say about that?
No. We don't do bikinis. We basically, project the fashion lines of African or Nigerian designers in Dubai.
Amazing.
Yes.
All right, so now we know that in life change is the only constant thing. So talk to us about the African change movement. What pain points are you trying to really touch on and address with this particular movement?
Thank you very much. When I arrived Dubai, it was very difficult. And I was like, okay, what do I do? And you see, Nigerians especially, packing themselves in Dera, upon landing in Dubai. I was like, no, I didn't come for Dera, and I'm not part of Dera people. And that's the problem most of people used to make. When you are going to a new place, it's okay to do home-based people to be doing the Parako thing, but find a way where you can inculcate yourself to the system, with the people, to study their culture, their religion, so that you won't misbehave. You understand? So African Change Movement is a platform where we educate Nigerians upon arriving in Dubai. Okay, what do you want to do? Okay, what are you doing? Is there any problem? Do you want to go to work? Do you want to start working? Do you want to learn something?
So you know, really, I love what you're saying, especially because the things we've heard about Dubai and what Nigerians have done in Dubai, the bad eggs have spoiled the good. Everybody, you know. So I'm happy with what you're doing. I really wanted to get to know you, like how you got into it, but we've gotten a lot from you, and we're rounding off, and I would like you to share like, what will be your message to that person who wants to japa? Because you've done it and is looking at what are the things I must do if I want to succeed in a foreign country.
Yeah, if you want to succeed in a foreign country, I'm going to say that find a dedicated structure for yourself.
Okay.
Of course, I sold some certain things when I was living in Nigeria. In fact, I left Nigeria with 45,000 naira.
Only?
Yes. Though my daughter was there schooling.
Okay.
But again, I sold certain things in order for me to exit. But I'm getting there. I was supposed to get a Nigerian couple, you know, family to do my paperwork, the japa with my money.
No
and I was
way.
stranded. Exactly. And I was stranded for like about 3 to 6 months with my daughter. And I was like, okay, how am I going to do
We're not
this?
releasing you now. I recollect before we went to the break that you said that when you relocated, the family that was supposed to do your documentation for you took your money and ran away, and they were a Nigerian family in the UAE.
Absolutely, yeah. So, you know, while I was running on overstay, because I was already on overstay, so I approached the guy and was like, madam, just go to the immigration office and explain yourself. I said, how will I do it? So, you know, I decided to go to the immigration myself. And before I go, I prayed. I said, God, please just have mercy on me. Please help me, because you know that this thing is not intentional. So upon arriving there, so I'm going to say this to let people know that UAE people, they are very tolerant people. You understand? Upon getting to the immigration, I saw a police guy, and I explained my situation to him. And I said, and he looked at me and said, okay, problem, sorry. Okay, go there, tell that guy to write you mercy letter. And I was like, oh, mercy letter. Is that supposed to be an official name for a letter? But lo and behold, the guy said, okay, no problem. They asked for mercy letter, and I wrote it. And then my overstay was running like about almost 2 million in Naira value.
Okay.
So by the end of the day, they cut it off to just like 200 dirham for me.
Wow.
Yes, yeah. And they told me, please, after then, go and make necessary amendments, which I did. Good. And from there, the guy is just about 24 years old. The police guy introduced me to his mom, who is an immigration officer.
Imagine.
And I was like, wow. We started making a good relationship, and they were like, okay, no problem, what's the matter? They helped me to do my papers.
Challenges bringing opportunity.
Telling
you know, yeah. So I've gained a lot of opportunities, support in the UAE while I'm still there anyway. You understand? So I want to say that if you have done something wrong, there is no smoke without a fire. These people, when they see that you're trying to take them for granted, that's when they go nuts.
Yeah.
They will give you instances. So
let me ask you this. Because many times we hear, we would hear stories about Nigerians behaving badly in the UAE, and sometimes we feel, is this not the same Nigerians that we know? We are upstanding citizens,
Absolutely.
So sometimes we feel like they're deliberately just trying to make us look bad. Please, could you tell us if there's any iota of truth to these reports, and why are Nigerians acting that way when they get there?
Absolutely. It's a big blow on so many Nigerians, and sometimes I believe that they are just coming from Ikorodu or some local people, bam, just landed in Dubai. So you don't have the foresight of how to behave. So my experience, I have a lot of experience. Like, for example, I was in the bus one day, and I'm just with my 8-year-old daughter, and there are seats for men, for women, and for older people. And upon entering, this guy was seated where women were supposed to be. And normally, you don't have to be told. We're supposed to just stand up automatically. And this guy just sat down there, was looking at me. And I was like, okay. So I was standing. So there was a Kenyan lady that said, hey, you, stand up. And the guy just looked at him like this, that, what are you saying? Who are you? And, the Kenyan lady started, getting furious and was just talking to him that stand up. And at the end of the day, the guy just said, are you okay? So when he said, are you okay? Then I knew that, oh, Nigeria.
He's your brother.
You understand? I'm most likely Yoruba. So, and I was like, so you're a Nigerian, and you know that where you're seated is not right. You're supposed to stand up automatically for me without you asking. And the guy just looked at me like this and said, what's wrong with you? If I'm your husband at home, will you tell me to stand up? And at that point, I just kept quiet. I was like, this one, I don't want issues. So these are many more things that do happen that all, the police people they have seen, they are tired. You understand?
But I don't want us to lose sight of the fact that in spite of this, there are obviously in every country in the
you
world.
are a shining light.
Exactly,
Yes.
that's what I'm going to say.
Absolutely.
A lot of Nigerians who are doing great in different fields of endeavor and medicine. So can you spotlight, aside your story, I'm sure there are some people that you probably worked with, Nigerians who are doing us great, who are changing the narrative.
you are.
Absolutely, absolutely. You can say that 1 million times. So that's why I created, those activities and platforms, for us to showcase ourselves, because we can't just be there individually. We have to come together to support and to, to let us project that positive image for them to see and know us. And like you said, by the grace of God, that's why anytime they invite me to any event, I go dressed in my Nigerian, African, Yoruba way. So once you see me, you don't ask me
where
are you
from?
You can know
tell.
from the way I look. Yeah. So
Representing.
therefore, exactly. Though initially I was a bit intimidated, not that intimidated to that far, because I was literally diving myself into the core carcass of Dubai people, other nationalities, and that's why I said, don't do parapo. When you go there,
Widen
What
out.
is,
You
so
understand?
when you say Parapo, because we have people that are non-Yoruba that don't understand what Parapo is.
Alright.
Like Parapo means that you just stay with your own people.
your own people.
Yeah.
You stay with those that speak your language and you're familiar with.
And how can you grow? How can you,
don't expand
you understand me? So that has really helped me a lot. I have a lot of wonderful local friends, sheikhs and what have you. They literally used to invite me into their chamber whenever they are doing their, they are even to the economic investment, forum. You understand? Even in China, not just only in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, and other United Arab Emirates. So I've literally carried it on my head as a
For
typical
representing
Nigerian
us well.
woman representing.
I like what
Yeah.
you're doing, and I would like to also ask, are you trying to sort of create a community of Nigerians that are well behaved? You're already mixing with the Arab people,
Yeah.
you're already entering their homes, their
Yes.
offices, and they sort of trust you.
Absolutely.
But we still have people from Nigeria who are not doing so well. Is there any plan somewhere to sort of start creating that community where if you belong to this community, we are Nigerians and we must represent our country. We must not steal, we must not lie, we must not do anything that will put our name, on the
Bad
board.
lights.
Yes.
Because I remember the last time I went to Dubai, it was so boldly written. There are some places you go to say, no Nigerians allowed. I was so ashamed. So do you have that plan somehow to just find people like yourself and start synergize and start making other people behave better?
Yeah. Apart from the African Change Movement platform that I'm running, that's the only one I have. Though I've been trying to see how to talk to the previous ambassador of Nigeria to UAE and with the consular woman also. I was actually in Abuja also talking to Madam Abike Dabiri, and then she was supposed to come for the international, for the national celebration Oktoberfest also, but she couldn't come. So I would prefer a situation whereby the ambassador of Nigeria to UAE or the consular can be doing some form of activities, because I went to Cameroon embassy and they were running activities there for their own people.
Okay.
I can do that, but if it's coming from the place of authority,
Or you just partner with you.
They can partner.
you understand me?
Of course.
So it will be a greater deal.
There'll be
for-
more influence.
Absolutely.
You know,
And
you
coverage.
even answered the next
Absolutely.
question I was going to ask, which was, how are you working with with our office in the UAE? But obviously you're doing it alone. And the reason why I wanted to ask is, we've had situations where women have come on our show to say that they were illegally trafficked to the UAE. And I wanted to know, like,
If
you
there's
know,
support
while
for
they
them.
were there, like,
Yeah.
where can they go
to.
for?
Yes.
Because a lot of them will say they didn't know, they didn't know who to go to or how to seek help. Like, if someone is watching now in the UAE who's been illegally trafficked, what message would you give to that person?
Oh, okay. The message.
Sorry, I'm putting you on government.
Please. Exactly, that's the point, because I'm not in any way government official.
Yeah, just like
and
maybe
all
a
that,
tip or an advice.
That's it. But what I'm going to say is, let them always find the best place for them to thrive, not necessarily mingling up with your African. You left Nigeria, you left your people. Stop going back there again. There are a lot of platforms meant for other nationalities that UAE has actually created,
Okay.
that people can actually go to. They are, I'm not trying to come and praise UAE government or Dubai here, but again, they have necessary
Programs
organizations and programs for
interventions.
people, exactly, for people like that. Apart from the fact that each countries, like the Philippines, they literally have like a house for their
people.
As they are coming in and they don't have place, they just go there
Go
to
there
stay.
first.
Exactly. But you see our Nigerian people on the grass
never
in
get
Dera
out.
and
Okay,
with their
so
loads. You
these
see
are
people
things that-
practically with their
Feedback.
boxes. Yes.
On the street.
On the street.
Can you imagine?
But I wanted to ask you one final question.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, very quickly, because I know that you do so much with women in business and entrepreneurship, and I mean, almost virtually all of us here at this
Yeah,
table are women in business. So just wanted you to share some ideas. Women make up more than 60% of the population world
Yes.
over, and you can only imagine if women continue to thrive and do well in business, how that would
Absolutely.
impact not just our homes, families, but even the economy at large.
Yeah.
So just share with us, how do you think that we can continue to encourage women to actually get into business, empower them, and just from your own experiences, share with us, like, what do you think women need to be doing more right now to be resilient and agile in business and to really break through and continue to ascend higher?
I'm going to say invest in yourself. That's the first thing, and it's very important and it's very key. Once you've been able to have the opportunity to invest in yourself, talking about mentorship, skills, having some advice from people that I know that have gone ahead of you, or people in line with what you're about to do.
Okay.
You understand, personal investment and growth is very, very important. Once you have that, it's like a form of self-actualization, because then you know what you're doing, what you want, and how you need to do it. So all you need to do is to put the strategy into place to proper positioning of yourself with that business that you want to do.
Well done,
Thank you
well
so much, Ambassador Adeshola Onodipe. Thank you for sharing with us. One of the things what we will definitely bring you back and discuss other things that you do. But for me, one of the things I've learned from you today is you are definitely someone that dares to do whatever idea comes into your mind.
True.
And you're someone that is resilient when challenges came up. You stood up and stayed the course. And even though we couldn't delve into family life, parenting in the diaspora, all those are topics that I really felt would love to talk about. We couldn't talk about it today, but we are spotlighting her to show Nigerians and show women generally what is possible. It is possible in Nigeria, it is possible outside Nigeria, it is possible regardless of what the challenge might be. It is possible even if another Nigerian disappoints you and steals your money and runs away, you can still thrive and build a successful business representing Nigeria positively. And thank you so much for sharing your story with us. It was great having you on the show. We'll take a break now. When we return, we'll go into our hot topic. Stay with us. We will be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.